The year 2021 will go down as one of the hottest housing markets in history, and 2022 may be just as hot. With buyers outnumbering sellers, the inventory is low and prices are climbing. Today, we welcome back Kim and Scott Miller of Nest Realty Roanoke to tell us about the real estate market and how we can navigate this tough market. Good morning, guys, and welcome back. Thanks for being with us.
Good morning.
Thank you
for having us.
Well, this is so true. We've talked about it before about the real estate market this year. So tell us, we know that 2021 was a record-breaking year. What does next year look like?
Well, next year looks like it's going to be very similar to 2021, mainly because of the lack of inventory and the strong number of buyers that we have in the market. We had the opportunity to hear from one of the top national research analysts this week at our Nest Summit that we had annually for our 16 locations throughout the United States. And they were talking about how this is a national issue that they're having to deal with, lack of inventory versus the number of buyers. So very similar, although we do think price appreciation should start to level off, but still low inventory and high demand.
Okay, but let's talk about that low inventory. Why is inventory so low and yet the prices are so high? Supply and demand, I guess.
That is the classic supply and demand scenario.
Mm-hmm.
It started, with the pandemic back in 2000, March and April, where inventory started to really diminish because people weren't listing their homes. We sold 700 more homes in 2020 than we did in 2019, and we had 350 fewer listings. So that constricted the inventory by over 1,000 units, and we've just not recovered from that.
Now, is it true that national average of home prices increase between 2019 and 2021 was at an all-time high?
It was at an all-time high. In fact, for the Roanoke market, I think in 2020 it was a 15% increase, and in 2021 the numbers so far are 11% increase. So that's an all-time high for the Roanoke market as well.
Wow. Kim, why would you say the rental market is so strong?
Well, the rental market is really following the purchase market very much because the buyers that are stepping into households, that means people moving out of their home from their parents, finishing college, getting their own household for the first time, has increased dramatically, and we simply don't have enough homes for them. So that average number starts between 26 and 36, 36 being the average number nationally that people are getting their first home. Sounds a little high in the age bracket to me, but that's what nationally says. So that's why the rental market is so high, as well as the purchase market. So if you're an investor that wants to step into the market and start purchasing rental properties, now's a great time to do that.
Even though the prices are much higher?
But the rents are much higher.
Oh, okay. So you're saying you get a return on your investment.
Yep.
Okay. Good way of looking at it. And what else about our local market would you say that we should be aware of? We're following. It sounds like, Scott, what we're seeing in Roanoke is the same is true nationally.
That's correct. Yes. And so sellers, still a seller's market. So you're in a great position, and buyers, limited inventory, have to act fast, without a doubt.
Yeah. Kim, do you have any advice you want to give buyers and sellers during this particular time? Let's start with buyers. Any tips?
Well, buyers need to listen to their agents because it's a really tough buyer's market. So it can be very discouraging because you might be making offer after offer and losing them. So it's emotionally a hard process for a buyer. So, and sellers to kind of take note of that as well, because if you've got multiple offers on your home, it's hard for the buyer to lose several offers in a row. It's just very unforgiving for them.
What about any tips for the seller?
Again, listen to your agent when you're getting ready to market your home and getting it ready for the market, because there's so many things to do to get your home ready for the market, and your agent will know what those are so that you can maximize the return on your investment.
Is there ever a best time of the year to put your house on the market?
Any time of the year is a
Any
good time.
Well, if you have a year like we've had this year, especially.
Right. I tell our listing clients all the time, I mean, while you may sell 700 homes in July, there's still 450 or 500 homes sold in January.
Yeah.
So the best time to list your home is right now.
Do you find that people who weren't even in the market or even thinking about selling their homes, going ahead and just listing their homes just because you can get such a great return on your investment right now?
Yeah, and we're seeing a lot of those folks actually rent someplace and say, hey, I might wait until I find the right home and get get my home sold now, and then step back into the market. So we're seeing a lot of that as well.
Wow, wow. Well, if 2022 is going to be anything like 2021, maybe I need to think about putting my house on the market. No, I don't. I'm happy where I am. I'm happy where I am. Well, Kim, Scott, thank you so much for joining us today. Very helpful.
Always our pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.